What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, just another PokeTuber, coach of the coach of your Piedmont Triad Kickers, coming at you today with round 2 of the playoffs for the NBBL. Today we are taking on Wreck-It Mike, coach of the Virginia Victinis, and as per usual, he has a team that's ready to just wreck it all, especially considering this team is like very hard to break. His team consists of Zamazenta Crown, Gliscor, Lycanroc Dusk, Wheezing Galar, Terra Skeledirge, who can Terra into Ghost, Fairy, or Water. We have the Iron Jugulus, the Low Kicks, who can Terra into Bug, Dark, or Psychic. Rotom Mow, Terra Vaporeon, who can Terra into Water, Fire, or Poison. The Indeedee female, I don't believe he gets access to both forms. And then last but not least, he has the Avalugg Hisui. So I'm personally expecting definitely the first four. Zamazenta Crown, this is Uber. Why would you leave it at home, especially when it outspeeds my whole team? Gliscor is just really good for my physical attackers. Actually, Lycanroc might not come. I think Wheezing has a good chance of coming. Really good bulky mon on top of being like a it's either he brings Wheezing or he brings Avalugg for hazard removal. Wheezing can more so freely remove hazards than Avalugg comes, so I feel like it's more likely to come. I think Skeledirge comes, and it'll probably be Terra, Fairy, or Water. I don't think it'll be Ghost, but maybe it will be. You never know. I think Low Kicks could come, and it'll probably be Terra. I can see, Dark or Bug, but maybe against my team, probably Bug. And then last but not least, I see a world where Vaporeon comes. The other, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other 5 Pokemon, I don't think Lycanroc really comes. We have a Ogerpon and a Cobalion. Jugulus has potential, but I don't know. Rotom, Indeedee, I don't think Indeedee comes because I don't think as far as I know, he can only use the female one, so I don't think it provides that much value considering my team isn't like that crazy reliant on priority. Avalugg is kind of, in my opinion, it could maybe be a liability. You never know. And then same for Rotom, albeit a trick Rotom could be very annoying. I can't deny that. So to combat this team, first and foremost, we decided we're going to bring Peter Parker, the Spot Ops, is going to be rocking his Focus Sash, Stake Out for the ability, Max HP, Max Defense, Force Spidef, Impulse Nature with Sticky Web, T-Spike, Circle Throw, and U-Turn. The Sticky Web, it's just for speed control. We have the T-Spikes here because I feel like as long as Wheezing is not levitating, we could maybe use this to try to chip his team down since most of his team is like really bulky, like the Skeledirge, the Vaporeon. So being able to get some chip on them would be nice. Passive chip, I mean. We have Circle Through the phase things out, and then we have U-Turn so we can pivot in and out. But yeah, that is Peter Parker. Just mainly here just to get webs up though. Next on the team roster, we have the one, the only, No Face the Mimikyu, who is rocking their red card this week. Disguised for the ability, max HP, 84 attack, 172 special attack, naive nature with Hex, Play Rough, Destiny Bond, and T-Wave. Ideally, I want to use this guy for, additional speed control so we can just T-Wave stuff. We have D-Bond because if we're ever about to die, this is a very bulky team. We can just click D-Bond and let ourselves die and let it be what it is. We have the red card to help out with the Zamazenta matchup because at least we can force it out after it comes in and gets its first initial boost. And maybe even force out like maybe a Skeledirge if it boosts up too much with Torch Song. We have Play Rough to everything we can hit with Play Rough and things we can't hit with Play Rough. Well, we can just Hex them with after we T-Wave them. Yeah, that is Mimikyu. We have no speed, so we're gonna be anything that's like slower than us is also not running speed. Like typically like Gliscors don't run speed, so we should still outspeed Gliscors. But like of course, Zamazenta will be faster than us. Albeit on webs, we will actually outspeed it, I believe, and we're naive nature because, we already have naturally good Spidef, so none of these mons that are special attackers are going to one-shot us anyway, especially since we have a disguise. But yeah, that is Mimikyu. Next on the team roster, we have one of 2 Terra Captains we're bringing this week, the one, the only, Meloetta, who is rocking her leftovers this week. Serene Grace for the ability. Terra Fairy, 236 HP, 92 defense, 92 special attack, 88 speed to make sure we outspeed everything on webs. Timid Nature with Psychic, Alluring Voice, Calm Mind, and Substitute. I think it is a crime that Meloetta does not learn Stored Power. Like, you're a whole mythical psychic type. That is such a crime, but it is what it is. You got to work with it. Which is why we have Psychic because I mean it's the hardest hitting psychic move we have. We have a lowering voice. This lets us hit things behind potential subs, and on top of that, once we go Terra Fairy, we can get additional stab on top of the. We can get stab on top of that. If we can calm mind and stuff, like that could be really good for us. Um, Ideally, some things that would need to happen first. Skeledirge would have to be like really, really chipped, like super chipped. But Skeledirge doesn't appreciate a psychic from us, so yeah, we can take advantage of that. But yeah, that is Meloetta. Next on the team roster, we have the one, the only Manaphy, who is rocking their leftovers as well. Hydration for the ability, 236 HP, 108 defense, 56 special attack, 16 speed F, 92 speed. Timid nature. I know that's a mouthful, but that basically just means we're not getting two-shotted by anything. We have Scald, Stored Power, Acid Armor, and Take Heart. So we have Take Heart because Wheezing, it can poison us. However, first of all, we can always switch into Wheezing, and it can poison us, but we can just click Take Heart and then, get rid of the weakness. We can use Acid Armor to set up and not be as weak to Zamazenta if it starts like setting up as well. Stored Power boosts in power, so even though Skeledirge has Unaware, it will not affect the actual. Okay, so like we can't hit with our special attack boosted, but Stored Power itself will still grow in power, and at some point we will be hitting that thing really hard. And then we have Scald, because Scald is just free into most of this team, if I'm being honest. The only exception is Vaporeon, who I would imagine is Terra Poison, because we could have Energy Ball, and Stored Power just blows that thing up. So yeah, that is Manaphy. Next on the team roster is my other Terra Captain for the week, the one, the only Pebbles, the Ogre Pond Cornerstone, albeit I don't think I'm a Terra Pebbles, but we'll see. She's rocking her Cornerstone mask, sturdy for the ability, Terra Rock, max attack, force speed F, max speed, Jolly Nature with Ivy Cudgel, Swords Dance, Taunt, and Counter. I can honestly hit everything on this team with Ivy Cudgel, with the exception of Zamazenta, which is why we have Counter. Counter will allow us to just, well, kill him in one hit. Taunt is just so in case he starts setting up, we can force him to attack us. Because let's say like we click counter while we're at full health, and then he sees the counter, and then he just decides, oh, let me just set up to, you know what I'm saying? We can just taunt him, and then he's forced to attack us. And in general, like any other mon that might when it clicks on that sign of attack, we can just taunt it. And after a Swords Dance, Ivy Culture just goes into the team. Even Skeledirge, if it does not Terra, obviously he does not appreciate getting Ivy Cudgels. But yeah, that is Pebbles. Next on the team roster, last but not least, the team mascot himself, the one, the only Big Ace Cinderace. He's rocking his heavy duty boots. Libero for the ability, 252 attack, 72 defense, 184 speed, Jolly Nature with Powerball, Iron Head, Gunk Shot, and U-Turn. U-Turn is obviously for pivoting. Powerballs are the move we're going to click the most often. If Skeledirge is Terra Fairy, we're going to slap him with a Gunk Shot or an Iron Head. And in general, Iron Head is also good for Wheezing because we can flinch it, and then we resist and or are immune to its attacks. And then Gunk Shot is also kind of spammable into my opponent's team because the only steel type is Zamazenta, who does not want to come in on Cinderace. So you guys get the idea. Not to mention Avalugg could come, and I think Rock resists poison, but we're still, like, what if we kick you? Or what if we Iron Head you? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's Cinderace, and that is the team. I think I've said everything that needed to be said, so without further ado, let's get into the battle. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. Hopefully this battle is a banger. Alright, so we are connected with the opponent, Rekic Mike. So let's see, Mike has brought the Zamazenta, which we kind of expected. He brought Terra Skeledirge, kind of expected it. Gliscor, Wheezing, we're expecting those. No Vaporeon, but we do see the Rotom Mow. Okay. And we see Indeedee. Interesting. Good thing we didn't bring any priority. But we see Indeedee. Okay. This is interesting. This is interesting to say the least. So, who do we want to lead with? So his hazard removal is defog Wheezing. If we get rid of Wheezing, we can just let our webs set. So who do we lead? Let's just lead Cinderace. Yeah, let's just lead Cinderace and take it from there. If they lead Gliscor, we just have to U-turn out into Manaphy probably. It's going to be kind of awkward navigating the Manaphy versus Rotom but we'll see. Ryuk, the former. Yep, this thing. All right, good. Okay, here we are. Turn one. Great. Albeit, I feel like they have to respect the fact that we could have. Kind of wish I had taunt on this thing. They do kind of have to respect the fact that we could have. Well, actually, let me look at this team again. Does it even matter if we get webs up? Actually, no. The webs literally only matter for the Zamazenta. So I think we just U-turn. Yeah, we could have just went. We should have just went. We should just went hard Spite Ops there. I felt like. Wait, do we still turn to a bug type? Honestly. Okay. 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 Um. I really okay. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna U-turn out into Spite Ops because in case they set hazards, I want to pressure him to have to remove his own hazards pretty much. So we're gonna U-turn into Spite Ops here. We really don't need we don't need the webs as bad anymore. So we're gonna go into Spite Ops because if they set their own hazards, I want to pressure them into having to switch them out. Not switch him out, but defog him away. Okay, so he U-turns. So his most... He probably just goes into Dirge here. I see no reason not to. Just go into your Skeledirge. So Skeledirge comes out. Skeledirge comes out. We could have just stayed in and went for a Powerball and just got damage on that thing. But it is what it is. So... Honestly, we could have just went this guy the first time anyway. So Dirge comes out. Our only option really is to go into Menace, even though I kind of don't want to do that. Smog, the reliable. Yeah, this guy. However, Manaphy looks really strong into this team. After I can get, if I can get rid of Rotom, Manaphy just looks like oh my goodness, Manaphy just looks so strong. So I think what we do is go out into. We could let me see. They go for it. They're probably more than likely gonna go for a Torch Song here, right? So we're just gonna go into. I don't want to go into Manaphy. I really don't want to go into Manaphy. I think. Now, how important could our... I think we have no choice but to go into Meloetta here. Because I kind of want to keep Peter Parker around, so we're going to go into Meloetta. Because I kind of do want... I mean, we might need Circle Throw later for Zamazenta, depending on what happens, so we're just going to go into Meloetta here. Okay. We're just going to fire off a Psychic and see how much damage we're doing. This is going to give us some info in regards to, are you SPDF invested? Are you, if not SPDF, are you maybe physically invested? Like, we're going to find out here. We are going to find out here. So let's see, what are they working with? They are, they're SPDF. They're SPDF. But there's a good chance we can just get this guy in range of Ivy Cudgel. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have Slack Off though. Pretty sure they're gonna have Slack Off. Pretty sure they're gonna have Slack Off. We're just gonna go for another Psychic though. We're just gonna go for another Psychic because I feel like we can deal with Weezing. Like I said, if we can just get rid of Rotom, Manaphy can just win us the game. So I'm gonna keep Manaphy as healthy as possible. Torch Song. And we're just gonna go for another Psychic. They can Slack Off, but I'm pretty sure Let's see. Ooh, yeah. So they're gonna slack off here, but let's keep them in range. I want to keep them in. Okay, I just realized they're not. All right, all right, all right. Hold up. I want to see something. How much damage is Meloetta supposed to be doing to this thing? Meloetta is supposed to be doing. So the fact that we are. Let me see. We hit him 3 times. Well, we hit him twice. So here's the thing. I think this guy is actually pretty. Either he's. It's one of two things. Either he's really SPDF, or he's. Boom. Got the SPDF drop. Okay. We got the SPDF drop. We've wasted two of their whatchamacallits. We've wasted two of their slack offs. They don't really have a good switch into this, so we're just gonna fire off a psychic. And if they stay in, I'm pretty confident you'll be in range of Ivy Cudgel, even if you don't Terra. Okay. Another one. Oh my goodness, bro. We are getting lucky. We got so lucky. Okay, so let me see something. Ivy Cudgel. Ivy Cudgel. How much damage are we doing with Ivy Cudgel? Let me see. How much damage are we doing with Ivy Cudgel? Like, you Terra. You should still be dead to an Ivy Cudgel. Even if you Terra, you should still be dead to an Ivy Cudgel. So, I think what we do is do we taunt? Do we taunt? I think we taunt. I don't think you stay in. I think either A, you go into Zamazenta, or B, you go into Gliscor. So we're going to go for a taunt and force them to have to attack us. So maybe we should have just went for the Ivy Cudgel, because Gliscor could definitely come in right now. But this could also be used as an entry point for the Zamazenta. I don't think you're staying in on me, though. I just don't think you're doing that. Because if we Terra right now, you're just dead. Okay, so they're going to switch this thing out. We're going to see Ryuk come in. Okay, so Ryuk is taunted, so they have to attack. I don't think they're going to go for an EQ here. I don't think they go for an EQ here. So let me think. What are some options we have? If we were to go into I think we have no choice but to go into Mimikyu. Yeah, I think we have to just go into Mimikyu here. Because I don't want to lose my Sturdy. If we go into Peter Parker, they're just going to go into Skeledirge again. So let's see what we can get out of this. We're definitely misusing Mimikyu right now, but we kind of have no choice. Because I really don't want to take damage on Manaphy before we get a chance to deal with Rotom. And I know at the end of the day, Spidops can always... Wait, they get access to the male and the female form? I'm going to be honest, I did not know that. I actually did not know that. So I think we just fire off T-Wave here. Expanding forest. We're probably dead. Like super duper dead. Yes, we're dead. We're absolutely dead. Okay, that's a thing. That's a thing. I did not know they got access to both. I did not know they got access to both like genders. I actually did not know that. Okay, we're like in a really tough position. All things considered, if I'm being honest, like this is getting very very bad. Um, and I wouldn't be surprised if that thing is choice scarfed either. So we're gonna go into U and just U-turn out. We're just going to U-turn out. The issue is this freaking the issue is this freaking Rotom. If Rotom wasn't here, I could just go Manaphy and start setting up, but this Rotom is right here. This Rotom is right here. I genuinely did not know they got access to both though. That is like kind of new to me, not gonna lie. But we have to play with it. We have to play with it. One of two things happens. Either they're going to go into Gliscor or they're going to go into Skeleturge. We see Schmagu, however the heck you say his name. Okay. Okay. I think we just go into U. I mean, here's an issue. We don't actually switch into Rotom either, so I think what we have to do is go back into Pebbles. And probably just go for the kill. Yeah, we just have to go for the kill here. Because let me say something. If Gliscor switches into this, Gliscor, how much damage are you taking, Gliscor? He can take a pretty good amount of damage. Let's just go for the Ivy Cudgel. Okay. We could have used that turn to Swords Dance, but it is what it is. We didn't. That's not what we clicked. That's not what we clicked. That is not what we clicked. So here's the Ivy Cudgel. Okay. So I'm wondering something. Zamazenta Crown. Zamazenta Crown. If we Terra, there's an absolutely good chance we die. Okay. I really don't want to take damage on this thing, bro. We kind of just have to... Like, he's definitely going to just U-turn here, right? So, what I think I have to do is go out into Manaphy. I just have to go out into Manaphy. He's going to U-turn here. He's going to U-turn. Yep. And I'm assuming we see the Rotom come out. The only thing we can really do is go out into... See, we don't have a Volt Switch in, so we have no choice but to just go out into Spidops. Sebastian, the great friend. Oh, it's you? I could absolutely see this thing being freaking, I could absolutely see this thing being, like, Trick Choice Scarf. But here's the thing, though. If this thing is Trick Choice Scarf, that means the Rotom isn't Trick Choice Scarf. And Manaphy outspeeds everything except for the Zamazenta, so if that's the situation, we're not in as bad of a situation as we were before. Let's see what happens. They do have Trick Choice. Okay, they have Trick. They have Trick. Okay, they have Trick. Okay, so they're tricking. They're tricking. Okay, so they are Trick Choice. We're a Choice Scarf Spidops. You seen it here first, folks. Choice scarf spite ops. It exists. We exist. We're a thing. Choice scarf spite ops. You love to see it. Absolutely. Every day, every day, every time. You love to see it. Um, I can't believe I'm a choice scarf spite ops, bro. I'm really a choice scarf. I'm a choice scarf spite ops. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Choice scarf spite ops. This is the new meta, guys. All right, choice scarf spite ops. New meta. New meta. New meta. Okay, we have to get out of this situation. We have to start killing things. That's what we need to do. Skeletors is chipped to the point that expanding force. Okay, so we're gonna just U-turn out, and then we're gonna go into Cinderace and then U-turn as well. Do we want to do that, or do you want to go into Well, they're probably gonna be. Okay, so actually, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into Ogre Pond instead, or should we go into Cinderace? I think we're going to Cinderace. Yeah, let's go into Cinderace. Let's go into Cinderace and U-turn into Ogerpon. Actually, yeah, let's U-turn into Ogerpon. I think that's a lot better of a plan. I think that's a lot better of a plan. Let's just U-turn into Ogerpon. The fact that Spidops is still slower than this thing is kind of like. I mean, it's not the. I mean, it's not. It's not like. It's not like no one knew. Like, bro, you're definitely. But anyway, let's see. Who does he go into? He goes into Willy Wonka and the. Huh? Oh, it's you. Okay. Neutralizing gas. So you're touching the ground. Uh. Okay. That's interesting. That is interesting. So we're gonna go into Manaphy. And we're going to click Take Heart. Yeah, we're gonna click Take Heart. Like, I don't think they stay in on us. Or maybe they do. Regardless, if the Rotom comes in, our only option really is to just go out into the, Okay. Bro, Rotom's gonna be so annoying to deal with. Like, Rotom is just gonna be so annoying. This is so funny. This is so funny. This is so funny. um, this is so bad. What we have to do is go out into you. Like we actually have no choice. Because if I, because goodness gracious, bro. Um, yeah, goodness gracious. If I can just SD with Ogerpon, like just once, I know good and well. Oh, so they did it again, bro. What is up with all the tricks? Get out of here with the tricks, man. Get out of here with the tricks. Get out of here with the tricks. We're done. We're tired of the tricks. We're tired of them. We're gonna U-turn though. We're gonna U-turn. Oh my goodness, bro! I hate the tricks. All these tricks, these double tricks. I mean, I don't blame him though, because Manaphy is like it's kind of it's kind of crazy how good into this man's team Manaphy is. It's just dang, bro, double trick, like double trick. Um, but let me see. He's gonna kill us. Yep, he's gonna get the kill on us. But now we just go into Cinderace and just click U-turn. Oh goodness. We are getting ourselves into a very, very, very tough predicament. We have to just click U-turn. Wait, no. We're clicking Powerball, bro. We are absolutely clicking Powerball. We are absolutely clicking Powerball. Yeah, that Rotom's gonna be a menace. Willy Wonka the Royal. I mean, this kind of works though, doesn't it? Because you don't get T-Wave, right? Ooh, we did a lot of damage. We did a lot of damage. Let's just... What do you go for? Like, you try to set T-Spikes probably, right? Let me think about this. Let me think about this. Let's make a rational decision. We kind of have no choice but to do that, to make a rational decision. Um, 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 Let's see. We have to. Because if they're about to set T spikes, I don't. Goodness gracious. Let's just go for the Iron Head. Let's just go for the Iron Head. Do we flinch? God dang it, they went for the T spikes. I knew we should have went into freaking bro, we should have always went into our guy right there. We should have always went to our guy right there. Bro, we're basically throwing this game away at this point. God dang, bro. We just had to go for the Powerball, and to add insult to injury, we miss. To add, and then he, okay, bro, whatever. We missed the Powerball, and he gets a crit on us. That's like so fair, yeah, so fair, like absolutely fair. Okay, so we have to do something kind of risky. We have to go into Menace, click Take Heart to cure the poison, and then they're probably going to go out into Rotom, and then they're going to try to trick us, which is why we're just going to go into our... we're going to go out into our... Y'all are going to see. Y'all are going to see. Wow, just back-to-back crits, and we freaking missed. Alright, great. That is great. That is great. That is absolutely great. That is absolutely great. Absolutely great. So we have to take heart here. The thing is, Cinderace no longer lives a hit, and because we can't keep our sturdy intact, we're not going to... Yeah, Zamazenta, we don't get through that anymore. We don't get through Zamazenta anymore. We just don't. Even after a defense boost with Ogerpon, we just don't get through Zamazenta. It just doesn't happen. So we have to go into Ogerpon and hope that they click Trick again. We know they have Trick and T-Bolt. I'm assuming they have Leaf Storm as well. Let's see. We have to go into Ogerpon here. We have to go into Ogerpon here. And I just don't think we win this game. We're going to have to really... Like, if we could somehow get rid of Rotom, Manaphy wins us the game, like, outright. But we can't get rid of Rotom. That's the issue. Volt Switch, of course. Of course. And I'm pretty sure Manaphy cannot take a hit from Rotom either. So we're in a pretty tough predicament. Yeah, this is tough. What are some things we could have done differently? Honestly, I don't know. Like, maybe we should have kept... I mean, the thing is the double trick, right? The double trick is what's killing us right now. That is absolutely what's killing us right now. We're just going to click counter, because it's kind of all we can do. We're just going to Terra and counter and hope that they go for Iron. Here's the thing, because here's the thing. If we get, after this chip, I know for a fact we don't freaking take a freaking body press. I know for a fact we don't. Let's just hope they attack us. Please attack us. If they attack us, we definitely kill them. If they attack us, we kill them. If we live, which, well, you know, as you guys can see, we don't. Yeah, that's kind of just all she wrote. So yeah, we just got 6-0'd. Amazing, 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 amazing. Pretty sure Cinderace could have killed the freaking Weezing though. But you know, 5-0 is better than a 6-0. There's at least some kind of dignity in that. There's just no winning this, bro. There is just absolutely no winning this. Yeah, like, bro, there was just never any winning this. We take way too much damage. Like, we let Manaphy get chipped way too much earlier. If we could have somehow calm-minded and got an acid armor off, okay, that would have been one thing because clearly they were going to just stay in on us. But it doesn't even matter. We have Surf. We're supposed to have Scald, not Surf. And it is what it is, man. I did not prep I did not prep my best for this, and we paid the price for it. So yeah. This is that's all she wrote. Just got to bounce back. Thankfully we have 2 lives in this playoffs, so we still have another chance. But we cannot have another game like this, bro. We just cannot. Thank you, buddy, for tuning in. Sorry for the terrible performance, but thank you, buddy, for tuning in. You haven't done so, please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, peace out.